Cast for AMC's The Walking Dead. I'm Jim.
And I'm Aaron.
And this week we're going to be talking about Season 1, Episode 1, entitled Days Gone By. Before we get into the actual recap of the episode, we want to tell you, people who might be joining us for the first time, you might be thinking, what? First time? It's the first episode. We've actually recorded an entire season of this. We started with Season 2.
2.1.
2.1, because there will inevitably be a 2.5. But we started then, and now we were coming back to review the episodes from Season 1. We're going to try not to get spoilery, is my understanding.
Yeah, so like we're just like we do every week with our normal broadcast.
Yeah.
Before we talk spoilers, we will play a lengthy musical interlude at the end of the cast. So if you hear the recap and our views, and that's enough for you don't want to hear spoilers, shut it off when you hear the music. If you want to hear insights on Season 1 that we gleaned from all of Season 1 and Season 2.0 or 2.1.
And the comic.
Yeah. Then stay after spoilers.
Definitely.
The other thing is, we usually read a lot of listener feedback on our shows. Mm-hmm. You might think that we don't do that a lot. But with Season 1, we're just basically recording back to back, just to bang it out to get it in our little off-season we got here. So we might... I'm not sure how much feedback we're going to get and how much we're actually going to use, because by the time we get it, we might have already blown through. And
we'll be in 4 episodes deep into the season.
Yeah. So we'll see. We're not sure how this works out.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get right into the recap then. We'll try to keep this one kind of short. So it starts out with Rick pulling up to the gas station and trying to get gas. And he takes a look around. And I got to say, Rick's looking exceptionally well in this episode.
He is. He looks well fed.
Like, I don't think it's spoilery to say that he doesn't look so good later on.
Yeah.
Like, I could really tell a difference between the two Ricks. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, spoiler right off the bat. Awesome.
The big question here, and this pays off, it's a question that kind of I wonder throughout the series is, why aren't all these bodies zombies? What is why are some people raised from the dead and why not? That's kind of a mystery that is explored throughout the TV series and the comics. But I just want to notice that we see a shitload of people apparently dead of natural causes. They don't appear to be bitten. They don't appear to be in any kind of blunt force trauma. They're just chilling out dead in the car.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they haven't, to my knowledge, explained that at all.
No, and I want to say more, but I just realized we're not spoiling.
Yeah, we're not spoiling. But yeah, I don't know what the origin of that, like the zombie virus or fungal infection, whatever it is. I don't know where it comes from. So we go, and he kills a zombie, and the next scene, Shane, it's a flashback.
Yeah, but let's just say that undead children are creepy.
Oh, yeah.
And
the creepiest.
That's one way, because we talked about this at the end of our Season 2.1 cast. Mm-hmm. We're talking about ways they can make zombies creepier.
Yeah.
More zombie children. Throw a couple zombie babies in there. I will shut the TV off and have to leave the room and regroup. Yeah,
definitely. The only other one who was scarier, and we'll get to this in a minute, is maybe Morgan's wife. She's pretty freaking creepy. But okay, so we go on to the next scene, and Shane and Rick are in their car. This is back before anything horrible happened, and they're talking. I noticed that for some reason Shane dips a French fry into Rick's hamburger ketchup. Like the ketchup already. Is this weird to you? This is weird to me.
It's the South, man.
Yeah, ketchup is a free-for-all in the South, even if it's on your burger?
Yeah.
Man, okay. Well, then a moot point, I guess. But I really like Shane in this. He's like... I don't necessarily agree with what he's saying, but the way he's saying it, he just seems like a really cool, relaxed guy, you know?
Right. I mean, I, for one, agree with the premise of his arguments here.
Do you?
Largely, yeah. I think that it seems to be... I'm sure there's women that go follow around their men. Why the fuck can't you turn off lights? I'm sure there are, but I just think that statistically speaking, if you're going to bet money out of a couple, which one's a light flipper honor and which one's a light flipper offer... Just like if you'd bet money.
I have no data.
I'm sure there's ladies that leave all the lids raised up, too.
You think so?
They do the hover squat. I'm just saying, statistically speaking, it's unlikely.
Why would you do that if you don't need to?
All right. Why leave on lights, Jim?
That's a good question. So then the next scene is a shootout where they encounter what they think are two dudes. Then, of course, the third one pops out and shoots Rick. I thought this was really, like, exceptionally well done when Rick got shot. because I didn't see it coming. It was like, okay, he got shot once, but in the vest, of course, because he can't die.
Right.
But then another guy pops out and nails him. That shocked me. And then I thought it was powerful the way Shane reacted. Oh shit, my partner is down.
Yeah, right.
Like, I need to get this guy help.
Yeah, they really did a solid job here.
I thought so.
Competent direction. Who directed this episode? While you keep talking, I'm going to look that up.
I did, actually. And so thanks for the compliments. I enjoy those. Next scene. This was a quick little shot of Shane dropping off flowers, which is very important because then we see Rick wakes up and he looks over at the flowers and the flowers are dead. And not just wilted. I mean dead.
Yeah.
They're dust.
Evaporated.
Yeah. So how long do you think it's been?
Written and directed by Frank Darabont, by the way.
Oh, good job.
I will say that it has to be at least a week.
Yeah.
But that's hard to believe because don't you die after 3 or 4 days? And maybe if you're laying there in a borderline coma, not. And obviously you probably had an IV bag at some point.
And the other thing is, are you assuming that Shane dropped off the flowers and shit instantly went down? And nobody's been tending to him for that entire time?
Okay. So
because I'm saying like 3-4 days of the flowers being alive.
Gotcha.
Then everything goes down. And then 2 days?
So out of the week that it elapsed between the vase, probably 2 or 3 days until shit went down. Because if the dead were roaming the earth, I don't think Shane would be visiting his partner and bringing flowers.
Yeah, if the news was saying don't leave your homes.
So maybe it's only been 2, 3, 4 days.
That's what I think, yeah.
And he did, Rick did look freaking dehydrated and emaciated, so it's not like, I believe he's a couple quarts low.
Yeah, that transition from that young, healthy-looking Rick to the unshaven and dehydrated one is sharp.
Yeah.
So then he walks kind of down the hall, gets out of bed, and man, this is creepy. He sees that girl in the hallway who's been basically eaten in half.
Stripped bare.
I mean, as much of the flesh as they could eat, they ate. It was crazy. But I was wondering this entire time when Rick's like laying in bed and as he gets out, has he gone to the bathroom in those multiple days that we were talking about? I would assume his pants would just be full of waste.
My impression is if you're on a liquid diet, that your bowels stop making poo after after a day or a week or so of that. If he's been in a coma for like a couple weeks, I buy it. Now and then he'd probably have a catheter that at some point they didn't show it on camera because who wants to see a plastic tube being ripped from a man's dick? But it makes sense he probably had a catheter, so I think he'd be good to go.
Okay.
Catheter's bulging.
Just a full catheter bag.
Oh, shit, man. I was just thinking, like, what happens? What if that catheter bag had gotten full and things got backed up?
Bladder infection.
I was just reading, I guess that's one of the ways that I think Gaddafi tortured political prisoners now that he's been overthrown.
Oh, horrifying.
Super glued their penis shut.
Wow. All right.
Thank you, Reddit.
Moving on.
I know that. I know that's a thing.
So what do you think about the stairwell scene?
This is, I think, there's 2 creepy scenes in this show, and this is one of the neck and neck for which is creepier.
Yeah.
Because it just was, for one thing, in the comic, he gets attacked in the stairwell.
Oh, that's right.
So he's creeping down with this little match, and he's kind of like acting like maybe he smells something funny at first. I think it's just because it was the dust in the air and just him being a weakling at this point. But as he's walking down, I'm thinking, oh God, he's going to get jumped.
Yeah.
And then when the match burn out again, I'm like, oh my God, when it lights back up, there's going to be a zombie over his shoulder. And then it went out again. I'm like, okay, for God's sake, surely it will.
Yeah.
And then when he stepped out into the light and it like whited out and you couldn't see, I kept on thinking, and I think the show was really smart right up front to be like, okay, here's a classic horror trope.
Yeah.
You think you know what's going to happen, especially if you've read the comic. We're going to invert that so that they keep mixing that up. It seems like they frame stuff like it's a horror movie, and then and it pays off, and then sometimes it doesn't. So they kind of it ratchets up the tension because you just never know.
Yeah, definitely. I like how they do that. So then Rick goes outside, and I've got to say this shot where he gets outside is one of my favorite of the entire episode, because he comes down the stairs and we see the first body. It like pans down. We see one. It starts panning over. We see two. We see there are a couple rows, and it progressively shows us more and more. And then the zoom out where there's just a field of bodies. The whole courtyard of the hospital is covered.
And several flatbed trucks
loaded up.
full with multiple layers of them.
Horrifying.
It's like
if
something
you're
out of...
Rick.
Yes.
You have no idea what's happening right now.
Like, you went to sleep in United States of America, and you woke up in a abandoned concentration camp in Nazi Germany.
With wolves.
Yeah.
Like, things eating people.
Right. Which did we mention? Did we
wild.
talk about, like, what would you think? Because in this universe, if you don't know, they've made explicit that there is no such thing as zombies.
Yeah.
Like, that whole fiction doesn't exist, the concept of the dead arising. So if you were in that kind of universe, and even if you're in this one, you walk up to cafeteria doors that say, dead inside, don't open. What is your reaction?
I would assume from that message that there were dead bodies stacked inside the thing, and
right,
they just didn't want you to get like infected or That's what I would assume.
Because there's a lot of fanboys just like, as soon as the shit went down, I'd have, like, they'd instantly know what to do. But I like how, I mean, it'd be like if in our universe you woke up in a hospital and there's doors chained shut and it said, wolves inside, don't open. Yeah. And like there's werewolves in this universe. You wouldn't be thinking, oh, there's a bunch of fucking werewolves in that cafeteria.
Exactly.
You'd think, just what the sign says, there's wolves.
Yeah, and
weird, but okay. I better not open the door.
They did something really cool by having Rick be hurt at the beginning. So not only is he at a disadvantage because he doesn't know what's going on, but he's also on the death's door.
Ultimate vulnerability.
Absolutely. And naked practically.
In a hospital gown, you feel the most vulnerable in. I'd rather walk down a hospital corridor naked
than the gown.
With a gown with my ass hanging out.
Yeah, that's a good point. I did notice also, going back to that shot, is they were all shot in the head too. All of the body bags had like red blood stains on the head.
I didn't see. I was looking for that and I didn't notice it. Yeah,
it was creepy. So that kind of adds to it. And then talk about even creepier. Rick gets out of the hospital area and then he goes to the park, I guess he's walking through. I don't know. And he sees Bicycle Girl.
Right.
Oof. Bicycle Girl is creepy.
Well, she's extremely well done. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's possible that she's a practical effect.
Yeah, and you want to talk about why that is? Because I guess people wouldn't know that yet.
So I guess the actress they got is like emaciated in real life.
Yeah.
Like she's very skinny. And they do that so that they can build up your facial prosthetics. Like if you have naturally hollowed in cheeks and, skinny around the arms, they can build up that and make like realistic wounds and peeled off flesh and not look like, like if they did that on my head would look like a fucking watermelon. Because I've got an enormous fleshy head anyway. You add prosthetics on top of it. It's just a horror show. Actually, you can see exactly what that looks like. I posted a picture of me wearing a Terminator prosthetic.
Oh, that's right.
On the Facebook page. So
sweet.
If you want to check that out, facebook.com/baldmove. But anyway, that's the kind of like in the effects that Frank Nicotero.
Greg Nicotero.
Yeah. I like to call him Frank. It's a nickname.
You guys are
just like I call you Jim.
You guys are on a third name basis.
I guess
nickname basis.
He kind of preferentially gets people that are thinner, and that's something we've talked about. Like, where are all the fat zombies at?
Yeah,
I guess it's harder to make them up to look like zombies.
Apparently so.
So
awesome.
Plus, they're the first to be eaten.
Who are the first? Oh, the fat zombies.
The fat people in general. Like the zombies don't just like it's just like gristle. Wow. They're like, oh, this is a nicely marbled piece.
Yeah, this has got some flavor to it.
Good to the bone.
Awesome. So then Rick makes it back to his house. This was interesting to me because his reaction there, where he breaks down. He's like, he can't even comprehend what he's seeing. He thinks he's in a dream. Like that to me is the first stage of the realization that he's undertaking in this episode. Yeah,
I like how you notice that he rode the bike to his house British style.
All I'm saying is the seat was up a little high.
It's totally Mary Poppins.
Handlebars.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's Dick Van Dyke. Except for I don't think he's English.
No, he's not.
Well, Andrew Lincoln ain't American.
That's
so
true. That's true.
busted.
Anyway.
It all makes sense.
Yep.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you fake a culture.
You get poor bike riding.
You ride a bike like that.
Oh, man. All right. Did you have anything to say about that scene?
No, just the scene where you see Dwayne sneak up behind Rick. Here is another excellent example of how they invert horror tropes. Because usually, if a character sees a threat in his,
or doesn't see
a threat, and then you see a dark shape loom up behind him, it's like, oh, here's the zombie. In this case, it's
it's a shovel to the face.
It's a 12-year-old boy with a shovel to the face.
Yeah, and
so it's still a threat.
I felt like this was the first time that Dwayne had attacked a zombie because they're like, Dad, I got him.
Yeah,
he's like seems overly excited about it.
Right.
So it's just kind of funny that that's his first attack, and then Rick's the guy they attack.
Right.
I was also wondering why Morgan and his kid were separated. Like, Morgan came from the woods on the other side of the road.
Yeah, don't think too hard about that.
No,
turn your brain off a little bit more.
Okay. Maybe it won't hurt so bad when I get hit in the face with a shovel.
Yeah, make your brain go limp. You don't get a concussion.
So Rick passes out before, and Morgan didn't keep his promise that he was going to kill him.
No.
If he didn't tell him what kind of wound that was.
No. It'd been a short-ass series if he had a...
It would have been. So Rick passes out. They take him inside, and when he wakes up, Morgan interrogates him, basically.
Right.
He's asking him about the wound. He's asking him, like, where he came from, what happened, all that stuff.
And this just kind of shows you, because, Morgan on several times alludes to things getting crazy. And so did, we've seen some of the other survivors talk about how crazy things got out there. For a guy who seems as even-keeled and kind of cool as Morgan to tie a man to a bed, and then after he's earned your trust enough that you're going to let him go, you give him a long monologue about how sharp this fucking knife is and how you're going to stick it in you. I mean, God, you really have to be careful about not just zombies, but your fellow survivors in this world.
That, and I thought it showed on Morgan's part, because he is such a normal, nice guy most of the time, it showed the side of him that had to come out when this started.
Yeah.
He had to turn into that guy. Otherwise, he was dead and his kid was dead.
Right.
And he saw what happened to his wife. So I loved that scene. I thought it was really good. So then there are a couple more scenes where Morgan basically explains to Rick what's going on.
And to the viewer. It's the data dump.
Absolutely, yeah. But it was an effective one because Rick needed to learn this stuff too. And I feel like if he didn't just shut up, because at first he was like trying to go into sheriff mode. And that didn't work for him because he needs to know what's going on, otherwise he's dead.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty effective. I forget what else happens here. Oh, the car alarm goes off when they're talking. And Morgan's wife shows up, like we were saying. I thought when she was up by the door, the effect that they put on her eyes made it ultra creepy.
Like her orbital bones had sunk in.
And her pupils, too. Her whole eyes were black.
If you're Rick, could you, even with the door barricaded, could you look that zombie right in the eye through the peephole?
No.
Without flinching?
Honestly, no.
And when it started turning the door handle, that's not cool.
Not cool at all.
That's one of the other signature creepy-ass scene. And... this is the first time, because now this is like the fourth or fifth time I've seen this episode.
Yeah.
I think this and the little girl at the beginning, it kind of touches on an essential sadness to these zombies in this universe. Because everyone is endlessly debating about, are these people really alive, or blah, or are they all gone? But they have flashes of humanity.
Yeah.
Which makes you think that maybe there is somewhere deep down at least a ghost of what the person wants. Like this little girl wants to pick up a teddy bear.
Yeah.
And the and the wife wants to get back into the home where she last was with her family. That makes it even weirder and sadder to me.
Yeah. That's actually one of the things that has come over to this from George Romero's original series.
Yeah.
Those first three, you've got very human-like behaviors from some zombies. So that's kind of from his universe. I'm glad they took that piece because it's, I think, a vital piece.
Do you think that that's, do you think that that's something that is more instinctual or just a synapse misfiring, or do you think that shows some kind of low-level awareness?
To me, it seems... I think Romero takes it to the point of there's an awareness. There's almost a consciousness there, yeah. But I don't know. I don't feel like that's there in this one yet. So maybe they get there eventually. I don't know.
Right. Okay. Well, I just thought that was. I thought it was, this and the resolution of the Bicycle Girl plot is very, and especially Morgan's emotion dealing with his wife. I mean, it's just very sad. All this thing about like Rick says, "I'm sorry this happened to you." You could say that about any one of the zombies you meet.
Sure.
Anyway.
So then they leave the house, and you get the town drunk zombie out front, leaning up against the fence post.
Right.
And Rick learns how to kill a zombie.
The baseball bat.
Yeah, that's 101. You got to learn to walk before you can run.
Interestingly enough, they're very, in this episode, careful about getting bodily fluids on them. Like he was going out there in a splatter helmet and gloves and all that kind of stuff, and beat that man down. Now, that's another thing that I think that people dismiss too quickly is that Rick had to be reassured. Now, these people aren't alive, right?
Yeah.
This is after he saw Bicycle Girl, after he saw the fucking dead hands in the room coming out, after he saw so I think people sometimes underestimate how hard it is to get over the inhibition for killing another human being.
And I think maybe the thing that got him over that was seeing the zombie through the people.
Yeah.
I think that's what pushed him into these people cannot be saved. They're dead.
You think so?
I think so.
I think he was still nervous, and then when that guy rose up and tried to attack him, then he kind of had to do what it had to do. But
yeah,
that was his first kill, and he needed to be reassuring. So, some people, like I said,
but he was out there with the baseball bat and the thing already, so he meant business.
Yeah.
He was certainly prepared to do what he needed to do already.
No, but he was hesitant. He wasn't gung-ho about it.
No, he wasn't having fun, for sure.
Right.
Like I think most fanboys think they would. Oh, hell yeah, I'll just go bash some heads in.
Yeah, right. Maybe eventually you get to Woody Harrelson.
Maybe
you'd start off more Rick Grimes.
I do love the Woody Harrelson characters. Right. So then they stop off at Rick's house, and he figures out that his family might be alive. I really liked Morgan's acting here, man. This guy can act up a storm.
Yeah, I actually missed the fact that, well, shoot, it's hard to not drop spoilers subtly.
Yeah.
I missed the fact that our story with him so far has ended.
Okay.
Because I'll just drop it. We ain't seeing Morgan again. Yeah. So
Morgan gets his eyeballs eaten by zombies.
Plucked
out.
He's definitely a plot point that's left dangling.
Sure.
So
we're gonna spoil it for you. Anyway, I didn't have much else to say about this scene. It was really powerful, but moving on, they make it to the police station and they get hot showers and weapons.
Yeah, nothing better than hot water and guns and the walkie-talkie.
Yes, that's crucial. They get a walkie-talkie. So then they go outside and Rick finds Leon. I guess that's his name. And he goes over and he shoots him.
Right in the face.
Right in the face. It didn't seem like he felt too much remorse about that kill.
Do you think it's because he hated Leon in real life?
A little bit, yeah. Plus, he said he was careless and dumb.
He looked like a rat-faced little bastard, too.
Come on.
The type of guy
Book by its cover, man.
The type of guy you want to shoot in the face, maybe.
All right. I'll buy that.
It's like a carny.
So they part ways, and Rick goes back to the park to find Bicycle Girl, as you had said. I thought it was really smart to show very strongly what type of character Rick is here. Because he comes back for this Bicycle Girl to put her out of her misery.
Right.
It shows that he's like the ethical one. He's going to do what he feels is right at all times.
Why do you think he did? I kind of... It's almost like he had to do that before he left town. Mm-hmm. Why? Out of all the zombies that are in that town...
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why did he have to go hunt the one with the femurs hanging out of her torso?
Maybe she looked the most tortured to him. I don't know, because she couldn't walk. She was cut in half.
She'll never be able to bite another person. I mean...
Yeah. And even if there was a cure...
Once a dog is too decrepit to chase cars, it's time to put him down. They're never going to get happy.
No, you can't stand to see a lifelong sad zombie.
No.
All right.
Them puppy zombie eyes.
Moving on. So Morgan decides to start shooting zombies. He goes back to his house. He's got the gun out in the window. He decides he's going to kill people until he finds his wife.
Which I got to say, Morgan's wife was super beautiful.
Oh, yeah, the picture of her.
I mean, every
before.
time I see her, I'm thinking, because you see her as a zombie, and it's like, whew.
I thought that's what you meant. I was like, ooh, I don't know, man. A little savage.
No, every time I see her in the pictures, I'm thinking, damn, that was a good-looking woman, and clearly Morgan loved her, and, it probably would be hard to put your loved one down. I want to talk a little bit about that in the spoiler section, too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Then let's go to the next scene where Rick actually kills the bicycle girl. But this is actually kind of a group of scenes. But Morgan doesn't have the balls to kill his wife. He can't do it. Mm-hmm. What do you think that says about Rick's character? The fact that they're showing these two scenes, one can shoot it, one can't.
Well, I would have to see Rick kill Lori as a zombie before, because again, I want to get a little bit more into this familial dynamic in the spoiler section, but I think it's a lot harder to pull the trigger on someone that you recognize as yourself, especially since, she wasn't that far gone. Like, it wasn't her jaw hanging off. She recognizably looked like his wife. I'm sure he's woken up to her looking about that bad. Say she had the flu, or she's been laid in bed and no makeup, and he's probably vomit in her hair. He's probably seen her pretty rough. They've been married for at least 12, 13, 14 years, right?
Yeah, sure.
You're not always at your best.
Yeah. Plus, I'm sure when she was having the kid, she didn't look fantastic.
Yeah, so you're looking at your scope
the bed.
and you're overlaying your ideal image of her and seeing her at her worst, and now you see her like this, and you know it's the right thing to do, but. Now, you brought up a point. What do you think happens from here? Do you think that they were overrun and they die?
I don't know, man, because I don't think it ever shows them leaving, does it? It just cuts away to Rick.
Yeah, and again, we
know that when you shoot zombies, they were worried about gunshots.
Oh, and we saw the final
in.
shot was of the zombies' POV looking to Morgan, and there was a whole piss pot full of them.
Yeah.
Now, again, the house is barricaded, but you got to wonder how many zombies pounding on it could it withstand?
Because I don't think they've ever taken an attack like that, right?
Right.
So, I don't know. They may be dead.
Maybe.
Who knows? So in the next scene, Rick makes contact with the camp. He's driving down the road. I thought this was actually a pretty cool reveal of Shane as a character. Do we even find out his name?
I thought
in this one?
They talked about that.
Well, I've been talking about him for a year.
It's not a spoiler, goddamn.
Yeah, it's not a spoiler. The guy's name is Shane.
What part of his character did you see it come across?
Oh, no. I didn't think it was revealing of his character. I thought it was a cool way to bring him in.
Oh, yeah?
Like to introduce him. It's just
gotcha.
Like Dale says, "Hey, you work this thing, come over here." And Shane walks in.
And it seemed like that the group kind of deferred to Shane at this point. He was more or less their leader, which I don't know in real life. Would you defer if you were in that situation? Would you defer automatically to a police officer? I don't think I would not.
Probably. But also the other thing is Shane was apparently the one who was like in survivor mode.
Yeah.
Like he was just taking control.
Right.
He was going to save these people's lives,
But it seemed like everybody kind of looked to him as a leader.
Yeah.
So I just want to make a note of that for later.
Well,
purposes.
A lot of his skills come in handy in that situation,
Sure. And people like
so he's kind of a natural leader.
People are kind of taught to defer to policemen. So
true. The one question you asked me here was
Lori stormed off, and he said, rightly so. This is the first of many dumb bitch things she does.
Okay.
I don't mean dumb bitch like misogynist. I mean she's literally does something dumb, and it's also kind of a bitch move.
Gotcha.
So, but this is the first of many things she does, and she just kind of storms off. And as Shane rightly points out, you just can't get pissed and walk off from the group into the middle of the woods like this.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do it because I don't like it, then do it because Carl needs a mother. Damn it. So then he tries to pull a couple moves on, and Carl Jr. cock blocks him.
Carl Jr.
Carl's Jr.
Fuck you, I'm eating.
Isn't that the other name for Hardee's out west?
Yeah.
I'm hungry, man. I got to have myself a Monster Frisco melt. But anyway, Shane's
got a Monster Frisco melt for you.
He's got those monster lobes.
Yep.
Anyway.
So you asked me if this was the first time that they had...
No, or have they boned at this point?
Yeah, had they hooked up before this? And my guess is no, because the way they played this scene, it's kind of spoilery. I may need to save this for the end. Yeah, let's save it.
Okay.
Let's save it. But no, I don't think that's the first time they've done anything physical.
All right.
So then Rick stops for gas, and he goes up to this house, and it's abandoned and/or
it's a murder-suicide.
a coffin. Yeah, and this shot where it says "God forgive us" on the wall seemed like it was straight out of the comic.
I think it was.
Yeah, like
I've recently read the first 6 or 7 on my Kindle, and I believe that is like a shot straight out of it, including finding a horse and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that felt very... well, Rick finds a horse now, which is apparently the love of his life. He's like seducing this horse. It's a little creepy.
He wants to propose something to it.
Yeah, he's got a ring for it.
The love between
he's got the honeymoon planned.
A horse and his man. The love that dare not speak its name.
Oh, man. Awesome. So he gets the horse. He starts riding it to Atlanta. Because that's where he's going.
Which, isn't it a long way? I mean...
Where is he?
I think they start off in Kentucky.
What?
That's what I understand.
He rode this horse for a long time.
And they make it all the way to Atlanta, Georgia. Is
that true?
I believe so.
Because if that's true, that extends the timeline quite a bit.
Oh, true. That is true.
Yeah, interesting. You look that up while I'm talking. So I really like this shot. This shot of Atlanta when he gets there is fantastic. And you said it best. You said it was iconic. I really think it is. It's like an I Am Legend shot or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm convinced they spent most of the budget of the episode on that shot.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. 95% of the budget. Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I think it was like a matte painting or something, but whatever. But it's epic.
It says he's from Cynthiana, Kentucky.
Cynthiana?
According to the Walking Dead wiki.
All right, well, that is a long haul.
It sure as hell is.
So what did it take him, like a week on horseback?
I don't know how long you'd take. I mean, keep talking.
Okay.
I guess that's Robert Kirkman, the creator of Walking Dead's hometown.
Oh, huh. Interesting little fact.
Yeah. So you look. I'm gonna Google Maps this while you're blathering.
Yeah. So he goes into Atlanta a little further on his horse. A couple zombies find him. The bus zombies. They start coming out, and it's got to be when you see a helicopter going overhead. It's got to be so disheartening because you know they can't see you. Mm-hmm. You know, and you're not going to catch up to them once they're past you. But the only other thing that would be worse is seeing a plane. Because they can't even stop.
So it's 413 miles, 6 hours and 52 minutes by car, according to Google. Mm-hmm. However, Rick had his car for a good long while on that. Assuming he had a full tank of gas, which you'd assume he's going to get. He's going to get 200 to 300 miles of that trip. Mm-hmm. So if that's true, and it's 413 miles, maybe he only had like a last 100 miles. Like maybe he got to Dalton, Georgia, and he only had 100 miles to go.
Yeah. I think maybe a couple days.
Yeah, I'd say it probably added a couple days. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's not too long then. But yeah, so then the zombies get a hold of Rick. He mistakenly rides his horse. He would have been better off just walking into Atlanta. He could have run through that pack easier because I think the horse was so frightened that it wouldn't do what he was telling it to.
Well, I think what happened is if he had been on the ball and ready to urge it on, but he basically didn't give the horse any input, so the horse
did what it wanted.
Decided to be like, well, I'm going into flight mode now.
Yeah, for sure. So then the horse falls over, and he's lucky they ate that first because he's able to escape by the skin of his teeth, and he gets under the tank. And I really like how they're showing how desperate of a situation this is and how not in control Rick is because he's almost taken his own life here. Mm-hmm. He was willing to do it. He was about to do it, and then he noticed the hatch.
Had one bullet left in the chamber and made his peace. Yeah.
So it really felt desperate to me.
Right.
And then when he gets in that tank and he fires that last bullet... Oh, the hearing damage. He permanently damages his ears there.
Right. Oh, God. I'm telling you what, I don't know what the sound of that. 357 Magnum.
Yeah.
going off inside an enclosed space, metal space
Metal.
like that, yeah, it'd be like a flashbang hitting you, I'm sure.
Pretty much. So later in the series, Rick has a lot of trouble with his hearing. Zombies sneak up on him all the time. No, kidding, not spoilers. So then Glenn calls him on the tank. We don't actually know who this is at this point, but that character's name is Glenn.
Spoiler alert.
Whatever.
Right. Which just happens to be able to talk to the same frequency that the tank is on.
Maybe he was sitting out there for several minutes, like trying the different frequencies.
Like, hey, dumbass, as I gave that whole speech.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it started, he was just like, hey, buddy, are you okay? But by the 30th channel, he was like, had an edge to him.
You stupid fuck. You better be on this
You
channel.
fucking dumbass redneck. You happy in that fucking tank? Now I got to contact your ass? Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I like that it was an organic speech filled with rage.
Right.
So that's it. The episode ends. We're left with a giant cliffhanger.
We do see the zombies climb, sort of.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a good point. The last shot of that scene, or this episode, is fantastic, where they pull up and away from the tank as everything's being swarmed, the horse is being eaten, the guns aren't even visible on the ground.
It looks like ants. If you've seen like
you drop a lollipop.
a drop of lollipop on a sidewalk, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
They're just swarming. Good word. It's a nice woody word.
And that's it for the episode. Do we want to do an outro and a spoiler section?
Yeah. Again, I'm not sure how much feedback we're going to be taking. Probably the best place to engage us is Facebook at this point, because we'll be checking that every day.
Or Twitter. I check that all the time.
And we'll try to, if you send us email, if you want to ask questions and stuff, that we'll try to get back to you. But I don't know how much we're going to incorporate in the show. Any rate, after I've discouraged you from doing so, you can follow us. You can see all of our podcasts, including ones on Breaking Good and the other shows we'll be doing in the future, at baldmove.com. You can access our Facebook fan site to keep up with what we're doing and talk to Jim and I at facebook.com/baldmove. You can tweet at Jim at twitter.com/baldmove. And we'd appreciate your support with iTunes. We always appreciate positive reviews and ratings and subscriptions there. And if you'd like to more materially support our cast, you can use our Amazon affiliate link at amazon.baldmove.com. And the way that works is that takes you to Amazon, and any shopping that you do there while you use that link gives us a tiny, tiny kickback. It doesn't add anything to your order.
That's the thing. It doesn't cost you any more. So it's like, it really helps us.
If you're not using an affiliate link, and if you got some other affiliate link that you like, I'm not saying, but if you're not using any affiliate link, you've never heard of a program like that, try it out, because it does, we use it exclusively to offset our bandwidth costs, which you wouldn't believe it, but hundreds and hundreds of gigabytes of internet traffic per week adds up.
More than I thought it would when we started this, honestly.
Right. So we'd appreciate any help you can give us that way. Else, that's all I got, unless we're ready to kick it to spoilers.
Yeah, let's go ahead and kick it to spoilers. Until next time, I'm Jim.
And I'm Aaron. See ya.
Okay, we're back with the spoiler section. I don't know what we want to talk about here.
Well, I kept track.
You did keep track?
Yeah,
okay.
I did.
So, I have one thing to speak about, but that's it.
Hit me.
No, I don't have it right now. Go for it. I have to find it in my outline.
Well, I was going to say that, what did you think about the little girl and Rick killing her at the beginning, or I guess re-killing her? Do you think that actually foreshadowed what eventually happens with Sophia? Or do you think that was just a way to grab the audience by the nuts?
Yeah, I don't think the writers thought that far. Because they're not the same writers. There's no way they could have thought that far ahead. It's not even the same people writing the show anymore.
I don't know that you can say they're not the same writers.
No, they're not. They have the rotating cast of writers now.
Well, every place has a rotating cast, but they usually hammer out some kind of loose outline that they all stick by.
Yeah, I don't think they
Well, let
thought
me
to
ask you
season 2
this.
because they didn't even know if they get past season 1.
Do you think that scene influenced season 2? Like they're like,
Okay.
like this given the idea, because that's not from the comics
It's
for damn
possible.
sure.
Yeah, definitely not. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on it because I don't think
Do
the
you
writers
think?
knew.
Okay, do you think it works as a nice echo, or does it not affect your enjoyment of the latter scene at all? Do you not see these as connected?
I'm 100% indifferent to this
Oh,
episode.
all right, all right.
No.
Okay, so we talked a lot about how long it takes for Rick to kind of come to grips with the new reality, despite seeing the bicycle girl, despite seeing the dead
Morgan's
people at the
wife,
hospital.
yeah.
Besides, he's still, are you sure these people are dead?
Mm-hmm.
And how reluctant Morgan was to kill his own wife.
Yeah.
Put those together, and then tell me how that makes you feel about Herschel now.
It makes me feel like he's an asshole who doesn't get done what needs to get done because Rick does it.
Well, yeah, but you don't understand.
Herschel
Has been both isolated from seeing the most of this horror.
Yeah, and I guess that's not
And
part of Rick's family that he kills.
The zombies are in his face, so he's got
Yeah.
basically Morgan's problem and Rick's problem put together.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And a lot of people call him out of being stupid and how ignorant. And
Yeah.
it's like I kind of, as I was watching this, got a new appreciation for Herschel's character. And how
That's a
hard
very
that
good point,
was.
yeah.
And also about, like, I really am up in the air about how he's going to react long term to the events of the end of season 2.1.
Yeah, that raises a lot of questions. If I'm hoping they know what they're doing, you know, they've gone back and they've looked and they've said, "Hey, these
Right.
parallels are here." Maybe.
Now I got to call dumbass on you and me, Jim.
Oh yeah, double
'Cause
dumbass on you.
We pilloried this show in
Yeah.
season 2, like, because they had this plot device where Rick would give this monologue in a shitty Southern accent on
nobody.
on the walkie-talkie to nobody, like every episode, and we're like, this is stupid. Do you not know how walkie-talkies work? It's not like you're leaving
Yeah.
voicemail, dumbass. Well, then I was watching, and Rick says the following words. Take this walkie-talkie. I'll broadcast a few minutes each day at dawn. When you get close to Atlanta, that's how you find me.
He's using it as a
Yeah, so when
a GPS.
when the sun comes up, I'm going to be broadcasting. So when you get close to Atlanta, we'll know when we're broadcasting together, and I can tell you where we're at.
Yeah.
That makes perfect fucking sense.
perfect sense.
So that's why he's talking, even though because he's just waiting. The one of these days at dawn, he's going to hear Morgan on the other end.
Yeah, and I was speculating that he feels all bad about leaving Morgan and stuff. Bullshit. He just doing what he said he'd do.
Right. Yeah.
So and using it for a practical purpose.
So we're
dumbasses.
But I gotta say, nobody called us on that shit.
Yeah.
I'm
So
like,
double dumbass on you
'Cause
guys.
we did a lot of this stuff in Breaking Bad where we hadn't seen like season 2 for a while, or even season 3 had been a year. And there's a lot of people that just finished watching and they're like just berating us about how, and like here in this show, we didn't get that because I don't think a lot of people were rewatching these episodes.
Yeah, maybe not.
So anyway, I just thought it was a little interesting. Double dumbass on us.
Yeah, double dumbass. So the thing I want to talk about is when Rick and Shane are talking in the car, and they say that Lori says, "I wonder if you even care about us at all." And she said this right in front of Carl Jr., who it's interesting that this is the same day that we see in that flashback where Shane has to go.
Wait, were you
tell Lori?
were you joking just now, or did I infect you with the brain bug?
No, I was joking.
Oh, thank God. Because we both can't be doing that, man.
No. This is the same day that Lori has to tell Carl that his dad's been shot. After she had just said, "I wonder if you even care about us at all."
Ooh, you're right.
Because we see the flashback. I want to say it was like episode 5 of season 2.
Yeah, and a lot of people said that they saw in the way Shane and Lori interacted in that flashback that there was something going on between them.
Yeah.
And I noticed that like Shane gave Rick a lot of sideways looks when he was asking about Lori. Mm-hmm. So
Asking how their relationship was specifically.
Yeah, and like just giving
after
some
a fight.
like I didn't notice it at first, but the way he's given some pretty significant looks.
Yeah.
Like he was maybe some fishing.
Yep.
So I thought that was surely they meant to build that up.
Yeah, and I was actually hit by how focused they've been on keeping characters the same. Because Shane has not changed.
No.
Shane has just... the levels of
set
veneer
free.
have been stripped off of him.
Yeah, he's
and
been
now you're
set free.
seeing it in more raw form. Yeah. So I'm actually more impressed with season 2 now, having gone back and really watched episode 1.
Well, slow your fucking roll, because there's still no excuse for episodes 1, 2, and 3.
No, I got you. Sophia is bullshit.
For episodes 4, 5, 6, 7 do a lot to redeem, and the reason why I was given the season a 7, maybe 8 rating, but episodes 1, 2, and 3 are horrible.
No, I'm on board with 1, 5, 6, 7.
No,
2,
1
3,
is
4
a mess.
were a joke.
1 was. Did you not remember the double Jesus speech?
Yeah, but the zombies on the road.
Yeah, there
were
was a
fucking
10-minute
awesome.
stretch that was awesome.
All right,
I'll give
you're
you
right.
that.
15 minutes was awesome, and an
you
hour
give it a
was
15?
shitty. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so let's talk about the question of whether Shane and Lori had boned at this point.
Oh, boning. Yeah. So,
Why did you think they hadn't? Because that's where I'm leaning to.
Well, we see in that flashback, the same one I was talking about with Carl, and this is what made me think of it. She's talking to her girlfriend, apparently, and she says, Rick doesn't take charge enough or something like that. Like, she wants a take charge, aggressive person. And in this scene, Shane very much shows that.
Too. Didn't she use?
Yeah. But in that scene, Shane very much shows that, in my opinion. He's both protecting her and taking charge, and that is what Lori wanted in Rick before all this shit went down.
Right.
So I think she sees that, and then they just meet up with a kiss there.
Right.
I think she just realized it in that scene.
Right.
I mean, that's just my opinion based on watching the scene, but I don't know. Do you have other information as to why you think maybe they had hooked up?
No, man. I was just pondering.
Okay. Well, that's my opinion.
I thought the only evidence for is just how quickly he went from like yelling at her and fighting to pulling her in for that kiss, and that wasn't just like a halting kiss. And as an adult, like no longer as a horny teenager, but as an adult, if I start kissing someone like that, it's going to get to fornicating levels pretty soon.
Yeah, well, Carl's Jr. stopped that.
I know, but I'm saying is,
right.
like, if you're at that stage in a relationship where you're passionately making out and you're an adult and there's nothing, there's no religious preconceptions or any other things stopping you, you probably would have sex at the earliest opportunity. So I'm thinking that they probably have either already had sex or they were going to have sex later that night when Carl went to bed.